Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we are plunging into, well, just an incredibly ambitious global project. It's tackling one of humanity's really critical issues, access to clean water. And our deep dive today, it's based on this really captivating YouTube video that shows the launch, the early efforts of this huge creator-led initiative.
Absolutely. And our mission here really is to unpack the sheer scale and, frankly, the ingenious methods behind this audacious goal of getting clean water to millions. We'll try and highlight some surprising facts, the diverse solutions you see in the source material. Because, it's crucial to remember clean water isn't just like a nice to have. It's a basic human right.
Yeah.
And the scale of the challenge, it just makes this project really significant.
Okay, let's unpack this. And so at the heart of it all is this movement, Team Water,
Yeah.
right? And their core mission, it's kind of staggering. Give 2 million people all around the world clean water.
Yeah, what's fascinating here, I think, it's not just the ambition, but how they're doing it. The source mentioned over 3,000 creators with a combined following of like 3 billion people. Can you
Yeah.
even picture that?
That's huge.
It really is all coming together. And the fundraising goal is $40 million. They're aiming for this to be, and this is a quote, one of the largest philanthropy projects in history. And the water they provide. It's meant to last for decades.
Wow. Okay, so where did it all begin?
Yeah.
The video takes us to Malawi first, right?
Yeah.
And the impact there seems immediate. Like the first project helped over 1,000 people in one village straight away. But the conditions before, the video showed them surviving on water from puddles.
Yeah.
Literally carried by hand, full of, dirt chunks, and it's making people sick. It just seemed completely unacceptable because the solution was putting in a new pump and a well. And that moment where the village chief drinks the first cup, that was quite something.
Definitely symbolic. And it's not just about digging a hole, right? The sustainability is key. It's designed to practically last forever, assuming it's maintained. And Team Water is committed to that, working with local leaders to make sure it keeps going. That's vital.
Right. And you had creators actually getting involved, like Orkin and Ben. They've got, 55 million subscribers between them?
Yeah.
Helping install the pump, hands-on stuff. Okay, so from Malawi, the next stop was South America, Colombia.
Yeah.
And this was a different kind of challenge, wasn't it? They had some water, but...
Exactly. There was a local water source. And this amazing guy, Christo, with no formal training, had built a pump from spare parts. Incredible ingenuity. But the water, it didn't look too bad maybe, but the source says it had tiny dirt particles and crucially bacteria. People were getting sick. So the solution there was really innovative. They built this giant water filtration system right next to Christo's original well. And it's a 3-stage process. First stage takes out the big stuff, dirt, sand. Second stage gets the bacteria and even smaller particles.
Okay.
And the third stage, that's where it gets really clever, removing saline. So it produces fresh, clean water, even from potentially brackish sources.
And that first glass moment, again, they gave to Christo. They did.
Yeah.
His reaction, the water is tasty. That says it all, doesn't it? And other creators, like YOLO over 33 million subs even, he was saying, this water is better than in my home.
Oh.
They also put in a huge water storage container, hold like 20,000 bottles worth, and gave out reusable bottles.
And importantly, the power source for that whole filtration setup. A solar farm they installed. Thinking green, thinking long-term.
That's smart. And there was a lovely moment, too, the special surprise for the kids, a brand new playground. Their faces, pure excitement.
Yeah, and that little touch, it really shows something, doesn't it? It's not just about pipes and filters. It's about, improving the quality of life, bringing some joy back, community well-being.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always about digging new wells either.
Right.
Sometimes the issue is just getting to the clean water, right? There was this community where people from like 4 different areas had to walk so far just to reach the clean source. The video showed how hard it was carrying that water. Even the host trying it looked difficult.
Right, and that highlights a different kind of barrier, the logistical one. The water might be clean, but if it takes hours to fetch. So the solution there was actually quite simple, but effective. Adding 3 tanks much closer to where people lived, easier access, saved them those long walks.
Makes a huge difference to daily life, I bet. And that community got a playground too.
Okay, let's jump over to Nepal now, just north of India. Another situation, another solution. Here, people were hyping this winding trail to get water from a tap and filtering. They were using just a piece of cloth.
Yeah, pretty basic filtration, obviously not very effective.
Yeah.
So the team built 3 water tanks there. One was massive, 15,000 liters. And crucially, they paired it with a mechanism to actually clean the water, disinfect it, and make it safe to drink. This setup helps over 300 people, about 71 households. And again, thinking long-term, these tanks expected to last at least 15 to 20 years. And this is where their partnership with WaterAid really comes in. WaterAid is their lead global partner.
Ah, okay. So they're working with established players, too. Exactly. WaterAid helps provide the clean water expertise, but also works with local governments to ensure there's a plan for repairs, for maintenance. It means these projects are set up to last for decades, not just a few years. It's about sustainability.
And the effort involved.
Wow.
Over 2,700 kilos of concrete for just one tank.
Yeah.
Volunteers working like 18-hour days sometimes.
Incredible dedication. You see glimpses of it, the hard work, the teamwork. It's really quite moving.
Now, here's where things get maybe surprising for some listeners. This isn't just an over-there problem, is it? The video brought it home to the U.S. They talked about the flooding in Jackson, Mississippi back in 2022. The entire water system failed, and it hit vulnerable places hard, like an assisted living facility struggling with just basic things, brushing teeth, cooking, bathing.
Yeah, a real crisis. And the solution there was fascinatingly high-tech, an atmospheric water generator. Mark Rober, the science creator, explained it like, you know how water beads up on a cold glass on a humid day? The machine basically does that on a massive scale. It cools the air way down, collects the condensed water, and then purifies it intensely. He described it as squeezing and wringing out air. And the water, so pure, you could apparently use it in an operating room.
Wow, pulling water out of thin air, basically.
Yeah.
And that generated enough for the whole facility and the community nearby.
That's what the source indicated. Yeah, a lifesaver in that situation.
And they also mentioned partnering with Dig Deep in Rodell, West Virginia, to fix crumbling water infrastructure there. So U.S.-based projects, too. Okay, next up, Ecuador. And this sounded really serious. A river described as dangerously contaminated, full of nasty stuff like E. coli, Giardia. And for the nearby village, this river was their only water source.
Just awful. And the impact was stark. 34% of kids under 5 suffering from malnutrition and stomach issues because of it. So here, they tackled it by building filtration for each of the village's 3 water storage tanks. And they used reverse osmosis filters.
We heard about that in Colombia, too.
Exactly. It's powerful stuff, really needed when you're dealing with that level of contamination. It makes the water completely safe, comes out completely clear like magic, as the video put it.
And creators were there, too. Ricky Lemon and his friends, like 120 million subscribers combined.
Yep, getting involved.
And they didn't stop at the tanks. They also gave out water filtration bags. Why was that important?
Well, it gives people flexibility, right? They can have clean water even if they're away from the main tanks, maybe working in the fields or traveling. Portability.
Smart. And this project had support from the Amazon Rainforest Investor Coalition, too. It seems like a lot of different groups getting involved.
Definitely a collaborative effort.
Okay, final project location we saw, Zambia. And this was the biggest community, right? A staggering 9,000 people lacking clean water. They were using shallow wells that got polluted easily, especially when it rained, led to hospital visits.
A really widespread chronic problem for a huge number of people. Fitness creator Brownie was involved there.
So what was the fix for such a large community?
Scale. They installed 3 massive 10,000-liter water tanks. The goal was to make sure every last one of the 9,000 people got access.
And the outcome? Brand new water stations. And they actually filled in those old, dangerous, shallow wells.
Yeah, effectively putting a stop to this, as the video said. Removing the source of the problem.
So stepping back from the individual projects, this whole team thing, it has a history, doesn't it? Team Water isn't the first one.
Not at all. It builds on a proven model.
Right. There was Team Trees about 5 years back. Raised $20 million, planted 20 million trees. And then Team Seas, 3 years ago, $30 million raised, 30 million pounds of trash pulled from the ocean.
And now Team Water, aiming even higher at $40 million. It really shows this escalating ambition, using this creator collective for massive philanthropic goals, providing water for 2 million people, aiming for it to last decades each. It's quite something.
And again, that partnership with WaterAid seems crucial for the long haul.
Yeah.
So for listeners, people watching this, how can they get involved? What's the impact of donating?
Well, the key stat they shared is powerful. On average, every $1 donated provides one person with clean water for an entire year.
$1 1 year. Okay.
And you can go to teamwater.org. You can donate there. You see the donations coming in live, leave messages, see who the top donors are. It's very transparent.
And there were matching funds mentioned, too. That's huge.
Yes. Shopify kicked things off with a $500,000 donation right at the start. And YouTube committed to matching the next $2 million donated.
Wow. So for that period, every dollar donated essentially becomes $2.
Exactly. doubling the impact. So $1 gives 2 years of clean water while that match is active.
Incredible leverage.
Yeah.
And beyond donating money.
Engagement matters. Share the content. There are thousands of creators involved. Videos, TikToks, shorts, reels, Instagram posts. Spreading the word helps immensely. The video even cheekily suggested harass your favorite creators to support Team Water.
Huh? Get the message out there. It's clear this Team Water initiative is huge, using all sorts of solutions for a really fundamental need.
It really is. And maybe a final thought to leave people with. Think about what happens after the clean water arrives. It's not just about hydration, right? It unlocks potential. Kids can go to school more regularly because they're not sick or fetching water. Adults have more time for work or starting businesses. Health improves across the board. So ensuring this basic right, it sends ripples outwards, strengthening education, boosting economies, improving health. It really does build a foundation for a much brighter future, far beyond just that first sip of clean water.